Let's start our demo session on Tosca. So today, so before starting task automation, let's discuss about the testing part. Usually there are two types of testing. One is First one is manual testing and the other one is automation testing. In manual testing, we'll suppose for example take this application. We'll take a example of this application ICS and banking. Okay. So in this application, all the whatever the available are these links, buttons, text boxes, and these all these things will be tested manually. That process is called manual testing. Each and everything, like for example, if the tester is working on this, he will see whether it is working or not. This is everything is comes under manual testing. Each and everything in detail, step by step, they will do. The same thing if we do through automation tool, that is called automation testing, where there will be no manual intervention. Okay, so whatever the manual steps will perform, that the same thing will perform using some tool. Okay, that is automation testing. So present is Tosca. What is present is Tosca means? Where present means software company who designed the tool called Tosca. So that means the Tricentis is the company who designed Tosca. So it is an Australian-based company. So we'll like the Tricentis Tosca. There are many other different types of tools also who has developed by the Tricentis. We'll see here. We'll go to this site. Let's go to support.tricentis.com. See here, if you see come to the resources, we can see different types of tools. We are working in the we are entered in this course will be taught in Tricentis Tosca, but there are other tools also like Tricentis QTest, Tricentis Live Compare, Tricentis Neoload, Tricentis Test Management for Jira, Tricentis Vera, Tricentis Device. These are the different types of testing types of tools other than Tosca, so which the Tricentis company is providing. So our main focus is to learn Tricentis Tosca. Okay. So this is about the Tosca. So there are different type like if we talk about the Tosca supports. End-to-end testing. So what is end-to-end testing? So end-to-end testing means there are two types. Like suppose if we go into this application, whatever the UI is, everything which is available in the UI, everything is tested each and everything in detail. That is called functional testing. Functional testing is UI based testing. And if you talk about backend testing, there are backend testing will do database testing and API testing. So Tosca supports end-to-end testing in the sense means it supports both front-end and back-end, functional testing and back-end testing. Okay. If we come to different other automation tools, for example, like Selenium UFT or QTP. So Selenium supports only web-based only. It supports only web-based testing and needs coding also. Whereas UFT supports web and desktop application. So that means like these tools are having limitations like Selenium and UFT. Either we have to write and this for UFT also we need to write some scripting language. Whereas Selenium needs either Python or Java. Okay, so Selenium support so these are having only limited functionality only. But and one more drawback is to we need to write coding. We need to know any of the Java or Python for Selenium. At least basics of programming is required. And for a UFT, we need some scripting language. So that is the reason that's why Tosca supports many applications. See, these two other two tools are having limitations, but the Tosca doesn't have any limitations. So it Tosca supports web web-based desktop API, Salesforce, SAP, big data, mobile. Like this, it supports up to 250 different types of applications. So if you take license for one Tosca, it supports these many types of applications. Okay. And the best part is We no need to write single line of code also in the by using Tosca. Okay, no coding knowledge is required. And we need to take purchase license for this. But in our training, we'll provide in our training will provide task installation, task license is provided. And before starting Tosca, we need a desktop or laptop. Like the RAM should be 8 GB minimum, and operating system should be Windows. Windows 10 or 11. It does not support any other Mac or Linux or something like that. Tosca only supports in Windows 10 and 11. And as usual, hard disk. So hard disk anything is fine, like 500 or 1 TB, anything is fine. But main thing is it should have 8 GB minimum. 4 GB, if it is 4 GB means it will be too slow. So if anyone is having in 4 GB, they might have to upgrade to 8 GB. That's it. And Windows 10 and 11. Only Windows, it supports Windows only. Tosca supports. That's about this configuration part. The prerequisites. Okay. Now let's talk about Tosca versions. If we divide Tosca into two different versions, for example, Tosca 15 and below, like 10. Before 15, there used to be 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 versions. Okay, from 15 onwards, they have implemented Vision AI technology also. Like large language models and deep learning techniques also applied in from the 15 and above versions. So now comes the Tosca 16. 16 and above versions. It's like Tosca 16, 2023.1, 2023.2, 2024.1, 2024.2, and currently Tosca's latest version is 2025.1. This is the latest version which are using in the industries. Any the people from any background, whether they are from IT or non-IT, can easily adapt to this Tosca technology, and they can easily learn and get the job within a matter of time. Okay, so this is about. Let's take one example of. I'll take demo web shop, and we'll see how to automate this. Before that, let me write on Tosca manual test cases will write. Test cases, if we manual automation, we need a test cases, right? So let's take one scenario. First is scenario. Open URL. Next is what we'll see here. First, we'll launch the application, means like open URL, and then we'll click on login. I have already registered. If you anyone first time they want to register, means first they have to give these details. Dummy details is also fine. And once they give, go to login, and here they have to give the email and the password. And click on login. I think using Gmail is not correct. Let's try this. Yeah, it's correct. So this through this I will log in. Okay, we have clicked on login and we enter into this account, and again we'll click on logout. Okay, and then close the browser. So this is our approach. This is our scenario. Open URL, click on login, enter credentials like username and password. Click on login button, click on logout, and then close the browser. So this will do through automation steps. Usually, whatever the manual test cases are there, by using the same manual test cases only, we'll be using the automation. For that, we'll take the test case document from the manual team. Okay, and after that, we'll perform automation steps by using manual test cases. So now, by opening Tosca, we'll do this operation. Let's go to this. Yeah, start Tosca. Okay, this we have created one project. Initially, it will be only first steps only, but I have created one project here that I will show in the coming in the future how to create the project and workspace and all these things. For time being, let's open Tosca demo. Actually, for suppose in order to open this application, they will be using modules because here there won't be any coding, no. So only through modules only will be scanning the application where the objects will be stored. So here, if we have to scan the model because in if we go with Selenium or something like that, we have to write a code for each and every operation. But here there is no coding, so we have to scan the application manually. So for that, go to scan application. Whatever the applications open in this system will be visible here. So we need this stored demo web shop, right? So it is present here. Click on this and then scan. We see if you see here, we'll find a lot of uh, links, hyperlinks, text boxes, and all these things. Whatever the available in this, whatever the objects present in this application, it is visible in this page. In this page. Then what we need, either we can click on manually. First, we have to click on log. We need login, right? So select from here and make sure the selected here, the selected item is unique in the bottom. If it is not unique, our duty is to make it unique. Okay, so it is unique only. Okay, select that one and then save it. Let's give some name. Login button. Save. Login. I'm clicking on login. After that, we have to scan these things. Email, password, and login button. Again, we'll go to Tosca. See here, whatever this we have saved login button, it is saved here. Right click, scan, application. If you notice one thing here, the other applications also, the API, mobile, PDF, Move, and WebDriver, Salesforce. So for web application, we'll select application. For other things, we'll select different. API means API, Salesforce means Salesforce, mobile means mobile. So that's why it supports 250 different applications. So let's select an application. We'll scan the username and password. Open this. Select our, where is the browser? Here it is. Select our browser. Scan. If you don't want to select from here, we want to select manual limits. We can go here. Select on screen. Email. We hit hover here in the text box. Password and then login button. Login button we have to select. Okay. After doing all these things, everything is unique. So there is, if it is not unique means it will show here like this yellow button out here. One second. Select an email. If it is not unique means what it will come, it will come in the yellow. So the selected item is not unique, even though here the properties are selected. At that time, our duty is to select unique by using technical properties. The different types of property methods are there, like select by anchor, select by index, and all these things, image and all. Okay, that I'll explain the coming classes. As of now, it is I have set to default. Okay, so everything is unique. If it is unique only, then it will be able to click or the operation is properly performed. Close. Our email, password, and login button is done. Okay. Let me give manually. And click on one button. Now we'll scan this logout button this time. The same way, go to modules. See here, if we didn't give a name means it will come as a demo, the default name. Let's rename it for the better understanding purpose. Login credentials. I'll give name. Select on modules and scan application. Select on this and scan. We'll scan manually. Select on screen. Click on logout. Okay. Now here we'll save logout. Save it and close. Just we'll click on logout. And then last step is uh, before one thing you have to keep in mind is the module is always have dependency on the test case. The test case is always have dependency on modules. Okay. So test case is built based on modules only. Now the last step is close the browser. One thing before open URL. I think it is common for all the scenarios. Okay, so it comes from standard modules. Means like any URL might be different, but the process is same, right? So it is standard module. Standard modules means by default, Tosca will give you some standard options. For example, if we take mobile phones, how will have some features, right? Inbuilt features, the same thing. And whereas the custom modules, based on the application, it will change. So we have to scan manually for that. So now we have to identify which is custom module, which is standard module. These are the custom module. Login button also custom module. Logout button also custom module. And close the browser is standard module. Just copy this and save it here. And go to Tosca. Here, if you go to here, creating one test case, a random test case. I'll name it as demo web shop or TC 001 underscore demo web shop login. This is the test case. Now we want our models to be taken into the test case. So for that, before that, we need standard module. Okay. Here, if you follow this document, open URL. Where will be the open URL? It is in standard modules, T-box automation tools. Okay, in this, not here. Okay, we can find it in the T-box section is HTML. There we can find open URL. Okay. Now select on this, drag and drop and bring it to this icon here. the starting icon. Open URL. Here we'll give the URL name. Where is the URL name? Here. Go to here. Give the demo web shop URL name. Yeah, your next step is what? Next step is if you go to the document, what is the next one? Click on login. Where you can find login here. Select on this icon, click on it, drag and drop into the test case. Login button. We'll rename it into click on login button so that anyone can easily understand. Even someone is using your test case also, they also able to understand if you follow this process by renaming. Click on login button and then let me first, I have given this link, right? Now click on login button. Here, if you go here, in value, we have to select the click arrow mark and select click. Okay, so that is login button also done. Now click on login credentials. Drag and drop into the test case. Now I'll rename it to enter login credentials. What is email name? Tosca trial 05 at gmail.com. Password. I'll give it the created password. Login. Click on login button. This button, right? A means A here. A if you see A means it is text box. Like this, if you see IK means button. Okay, we have given login credentials also done. Now the next thing is logout button. Select on this and drag and drop the test case. What you have to do here, click on logout. Select on this, select click. Now the last step is what? We have to close the browser. Go here, HTML extensions here, close browser. Drag and drop into the test case, close browser. Here, one thing you keep in mind, you have to give title. What is the title here? If you see here, demo workshop. Here, this is the title, demo workshop. No, I will give as demo star. Demo star, I am giving means whatever the value after demo, anything comes means if you give star means you will take after demo anything it will accept. Hashtag uh, that is the benefit of hashtag. Okay. Now let's run this. Before running this, let me close. Okay. Let me close this. Now right click on this, run in Scratchbook. Now see, Tosca will automatically, it will, by default, it will take the default browser. So here in this case, my default browser is Edge. Open the browser, launch the browser. What happened, why it is failing, we'll see. The title demo web shop. Okay. Title issue. Before that, let's check whether the extension is added or not. One thing you keep in mind, before running Tosca, there should be extension in your browser. That we'll see now. If there is no extension, it will not run properly. Scan. You see here, in order to scan or record Firefox, you need to install Task Automation extension for Firefox. Okay, I thought it is the extension is Firefox. I mean the Firefox browser, there needs to be extension. Let me add the extension. Add, click on add. I thought the default browser is Edge, but it is open in Firefox. Now, if you see now this time it should run. I'm closing this. If you want only our particular browser to run means, there is one parameter we have to pass. With that parameter, it will run in our desired browser. Right click on this. Again, we are running a test case. Open the launch the browser. It will going one second. Why it is clicking on register? It is clicking on register. Okay. But here, we give login button only. But still it is selecting the register. Okay, anyway, let's try with in our test TCP. I'll give browser name. TC, find here TC. On in Chrome, right? Browser. We'll give Chrome. Now it will open in that Chrome browser only. Right click and then Scratchbook. It's clicking on login, entering email, password, and login button, and then it is clicking on logout and browse. Okay, and it's closed the browser. If you see here, open URL green means it is correct. Successfully, the operation is done success. Click on login button, enter credentials, email, password, login. Click on logout and then close the browser. So our test case is passed, hence. So this is with this will come. We have finished our demo session on Tosca. If you are interested and willing to join my sessions, please do approach me in the mentioned number. Okay. Yeah. Follow my channel and for getting the latest updates, latest uh, videos and all. You subscribe to my channel and and please do comment if any issues or any related thing are required.